Alrighty, guys, just something I want to talk about real quick with you is no fly zones. Know your areas that you can fly in. There are plenty of apps to help you with that. You know, you can download UAV Forecast, which is great for not only telling you your flying conditions, but it's also good for maps. It shows you, you can set it for individual heli points, small airports, major airports, no fly zones, all that fun stuff. And the reason I say that is because I've run into a number of police now that just don't know the laws about drones. And, you know, when you run into these guys, they think they can kick you out of places when they really can't. So be aware of local ordinances, be aware of what your rights are as a hobbyist, be aware of what your no-fly zones are. There are plenty of apps out there to help you. AirMap is one of them. I'm a big fan of UAV Forecast. These are good things to know. I had an incident today where I was flying over the water. And, you know, I never went over this guy with his boat. I always kind of just checked on him. Did look like cool footage. I was just kind of zooming around a little bit. Well, this guy took it upon himself to go ahead and call law enforcement. And because I was next to a school, instead of sending a regular officer, they sent two detectives out to have a talk with me. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record that whole conversation. They asked a lot of questions. Why are you here? Why did you choose this location? How come you're out here flying around? You know, and I said, guys, you know, I never flew over his boat. I never did this. I never did that. This is a legal fly zone. It's at a public access ramp. I showed him that I'm in a fly area, you know, and I went above and beyond what I should have needed to do to straighten out the situation, which I'm willing to do because I'm a pretty lenient guy when it comes to these things. I understand law enforcement doesn't understand stuff like this. They didn't have proper training. They weren't taught certain things. So I'm more than fine with having this conversation with a police officer. You know, these are talks I won't be having with civilian people that have a problem with me flying. If you're not happy with something I'm doing, call law enforcement, okay? This guy did the right thing. He may have, you know, irritated me a little bit by me having to stop everything I was doing to talk to the detectives, but at the same time, he's actually probably doing what he felt was right, and I completely understand that because if this had been a situation where I wasn't allowed to fly there and the person didn't know, then they need to be held accountable for their actions, so I completely understand why. Okay, I'm just fine with that being the case. All right, so here's the footage, guys. Like I said, I never actually got a chance to record the detectives because I kind of took off my headgear and everything and just went over and talked to them. You know, I explained I'm a YouTuber. This is what I do. I just come out here, have fun. It's a public access ramp. There's no-fly zones. I'm fine to fly here. You know, I understand he called. That's fine. I have no problems with the fact that the guy called. So, anyways, like I said, I'm going to run all the footage that I took today, and kind of when I left, I might have been a little peeved before I left just because, you know, the officers weren't exactly trying to be too nice when I was talking to them, and I was trying to be very cordial, so I might have been a little irritated at the moment. But, you know, when I got home and on my drive home, I started thinking about, you know, why this guy would call. It's probably best that he did. That way everyone has an understanding that it is okay to fly down here, and if this ever pops up again as a drone call down there, then they already have something on file in the area, so that works out. So anyways, enjoy the footage.
It's a little windy. Not too bad right now. It shouldn't be enough to really affect the bird. And still getting some pretty serious lag on my device, so it's definitely still gonna have to upgrade the phone because can't do the lag thing. Now it hasn't updated home setting yet, so I'm still kind of waiting on it to update the home setting. Alright, so that's what I'm currently dealing with. I just finished with these guys. They're both detectives. I was out flying over the water, and that guy out there on his bass fisherman boat decided it would be funny to call on me for flying my drone out there. How amusing is that? So now he's kind of making his way back in, and I may just wait around for him so we can have a chat about UAVs and what we can and can't do with them, so he understands for next time. So these guys are waiting for me to leave. I've already packed up. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I just wanted to show you guys the fun that we deal with as UAV pilots. All right, toot-a-roo.